Well, hello you windsurfing legends and welcome back to Boom Windsurfing. It's Paul here. It's been a long time since I've posted some content of substance and well, I thought I would do something I talked about back in 2022 when I got my Severne S1s, which was to do a follow-up video on the sails to see how they wear over time. So it's 2025, it's the 10th of July. And I thought this is a good time, and you'll see why in a minute, to do a bit of an update, a long overdue update on how the sails are wearing and how they've been performing. So let's get into that right now. Okay, so this is the 5.2, S1 5.2 2022. It is set on the 400 RDM blue mast, which I've had with the sail since new, back in 2022. It's April to be specific is when I got those in 2022. The booms, the Enigma booms, the masts and the S1s. I think, so I'm in Scotland in the UK. I would say my 5.2, this one, 5.7, I probably had the most use. And then I would say probably the 4.4. After that's had the most use. This has had a lot of use. The 5.2 has had a huge amount of use. I've actually sold the 5.7. 5.7's gone. And the last 4 weekends I've been out. I've been on my 105 and the 5.2 because that's the biggest sail I've got just now. And I've used it a lot. And it's still a fantastic sail. It's great, as you can see. So in terms of any wear and tear, do you know what? And this is what it was all about. Is there any obvious signs of wear and tear? Is there any obvious signs of, like, delamination or the stitching coming out on any of the battens, or around the sail at the head here, of the luff? No, there is literally nothing. I think there is an advantage for me in that I'm not using these sails in strong sunshine. Ironically, as you can see, today it's 8 p.m. here in Scotland, and weather is absolutely incredible. It's about 25 degrees centigrade just now in the evening. What's that? 75 or something Fahrenheit. So this is unusual for us, but generally speaking, it's low sunlight conditions. I have been told by other people where these sails have been used in heavy sunlight that they have degraded more quickly, and maybe that's because of the colour. And they've sort of sucked in the heat and the sun's intensity. In terms of the window, I mean, again, like any sail, it's actually dirty. It's covered in salt, because I used it only 5 days ago. This is just salt coming off of my hand. So this is good as well, because this is not me having cleaned the sail. This is me having used the sail a few days ago and then stuck it in my van and then taken it out of the van and rigged it up just now in my back garden. So this is a realistic viewpoint, which is cool. Honestly, the sails are, and they're all like this. In fact, the others, like the 4.2, my 3.6, which I've never even used since I bought it, the 4.8, again, has had pretty light use. They're all in immaculate condition. I see there's a bit of salt sort of gathered down there in the stitching, down here at the foot. Again, that's more the fact I've not just been rinsing the sails since I've been, putting them away. I've just been putting them away and keeping them in my van. So I guess on that basis as well, that's a pretty good sign. The only thing, I guess, this Dacron panel at the very sort of luff of the sail, the front here, didn't have these sort of crazings in it when I got it. I think that's just the material. I think it's just kind of like stretched, and it just does that over time. But I don't think it's anything. It's the same on the batten pockets as well, actually. I see that. I think it's just the material. There's a nick there, but that's probably from catching it on a tree or a bush or something like that. So yeah, pretty good all round in terms of wear and tear, and that's solid 3 years now, just over 3 years. Been very impressed. Have also been super impressed with the Enigma boom. I must say, I've got a couple of these, and yeah, they're different class. They're just very rigid, and they're very light. And I think the head clamp on the Severne booms is is really best in class, I would say. I think it's people will argue, obviously, maybe the Goya's better, or the AL360s. They're clearly very good booms, but I believe that the Enigma boom is a great bit of kit. All right, let's have a look at what is coming next. Right, so what have we got over here? So we have got what's coming next, and this is just the first of a new set that's going to be on its way. And I've basically got I kind of got bored of the Severens, as great as they are, and you know, as fantastic as the sales have been. And it's been a great wave sail, a great sort of bump and jump sail, great all round for me in terms of what I do and what I sail. I want to change, and it's time for a change. It's time for me to mix it up, and I've decided to go Goya. I've got Goya boards, which I absolutely love, and I've decided to go for, as you can see here, for the 2025 Banzai 11 Iris carbon, and I've wanted a couple of things. I wanted a slightly different feel from the S1s, albeit these are older. These are the 2022s. So I think the Iris will bring that, or the Banzai 11, sorry, will bring that. Although it's still got that backhand kind of feel that I like. I still like a wave sail with a, you know, that sort of backhand squeeze on it. I do like that, and I like to feel a powerful sail in my hands. I don't like it to be like mega neutral. I like to feel the power. So I believe that, you know, the Banzai is going to do the job there. And I'm going to get this sail out because I've just got it yesterday. I haven't opened it up yet, but obviously the Iris is the multicolored one, and I'm going to admit, again, bored of the anthracite, bored of the grey, the black. I just want to change. I want to mix it up. So yeah, it's time for a change, and I've got the 100 Pro mast to go with the sail here. I'm going on holiday soon, and I haven't ordered the rest of the sails, but I am going to be doing something else different there too. The Severens I've had in increments, so I had 5752, 48, 44, 42, and then 36. And what I'm going to go for with the Goyas is, as you can see here, I've got the 5.5, and then I'm going to go down to 5.0, and then a 4.5, and a 4, and then a 3.5. So I'm going to go down in solid half meter increments. And I used to be like that, and then in terms of increments in sail sizes, then with the Severens I went for what I went for. Yeah, I don't know. I think I do prefer the solid increments. I think that'll be better. Right, let's rig this thing up and see what it's like. Here we go. So I've rigged up the 5.5, and those Goya purists of you out there will be losing sleep tonight because I've got a Severne Enigma boom on the sail. Oh my God, Rory Somerville, you'll be sweating all night thinking about that, won't you? But yeah, sail looks super nice. Yeah, it just looks fantastic. I like like Neil Pride had as well, like the little downhole marks, give you a good idea of where your downhole is. I like the dual power settings on the Goyas. I know it works. That I think it's a good system. I know lots of people sort of praise that. Loving the colours. Look at that, absolutely fantastic, man. Oh my God, it's so cool. And that's out of the sun as well, just because of, obviously it's a brand new sail. I don't want to risk wrecking it on my anthracite fence. If you hadn't noticed, yes, I did paint my fence the same colour as my Severne S1s. Does that mean that my fence is now going to be painted the same colour as my Banzais? Maybe. Who knows? What else to note on this? Yeah, just put the downhole on there to the midpoint on the dot. So the midpoint of the sail on the dot. The mast felt really soft, so that's interesting. It'll be really interesting to see how that actually feels on the water when it's powered up. I've got it set on the boom exactly as it says on 169, and it looks to me I put a bit of batten tension on, probably maybe a bit too much. Essing slightly there, certainly poking out. This looks like a lot of luff, so it's just going to be interesting to see how these set. And yeah, probably need to play around with it a bit. Obviously take it out in the water, but yeah, I'm excited about sailing with these. I'm excited about having Goya sails and Goya boards. I love the boards. I'm excited about the sails. Unsurprisingly, Goya extension, Severne boom, Goya mast, carbon sail. Feels very light indeed. It's super light, which is great. But yeah, I'm loving it. It's cool. Time to put it away before my cat decides to play with it. That wouldn't be good, would it, Lily? No. Right, so I hope you Windsurfing Legends have enjoyed that. What I'm looking forward to is doing some filming soon with the new sails and doing a bit of a review on them. I've not seen any reviews really on them properly as far as I'm aware. I've seen like a magazine review, but I never take much from that. But yeah, I think that'll be very cool to do. They're going to look great in the water. They're going to look fantastic. All right, until the next one. See you later.